Hey guys, it's RebelQueen, and I'm here for another review. Okay, this is going to be kind of like the Magic Knight Ray Earth review for another classic anime, but this classic anime does tie into a video game. And it's one that a lot of people do love, and you're going to be kind of going, wait a minute, this video game actually has an anime series tied to it? Yes, it does. I present to you the Devil May Cry animated series. Yes, I kid you not. They did do an anime series for the Devil May Cry stuff. In fact, they even had they also did a novel for it too. And I think there was actually also a second novel. I'm not 100% sure on that. But basically the novel and the anime series kind of take place a little bit before the whole game franchises. And the reason I'm doing this whole review for the anime stuff is, as we know, Devil May Cry is picking up speed on a new game and stuff. In fact, as far as we're aware, the next Devil May Cry game is, as far as we're aware, a version of it is going to be on the Switch. Yay! So that's kind of also one reason why I'm doing this, and plus a lot of people just really do not know that the Devil May Cry franchise did an anime series. So basically, again, that's kind of one reason why I'm doing this. Okay, before you ask, I do not have a lot of experience on the Devil May Cry video games. I've kind of messed around a little bit on one of them, but I've seen like a lot of the gameplay on the others. So I do know a lot of the lore and stuff on the franchise. So I know my stuff in regards to the whole Dante and Virgil, the Sons of Sparta stuff. And then, of course, when we add in Nero, Lady, Trish, depending on who you talk about, Tish gets changed to Trish. It gets complicated. But so I know my stuff on Devil May Cry. I just haven't had a chance to really play the game as much as I would like to because console issues. So it's like I at least know the franchise. In fact, even now on the Nintendo eStore, you can go and purchase like the early Devil May Cry games and play them on the Switch. It's just, as far as I'm aware, some of the really early stuff, and unless you're kind of wanting to play it by time frame, like timeline stuff, like, which then it becomes even trickier to try and play it, because I know the first Devil May Cry game was just horrible to play. But then if you're wanting to play it by timeline, then it was like Devil May Cry 3, then it was like 2, then 1. It became all tricky there because of the timeline stuff. But anyway, back to the review. Basically, like I said, the anime and the novel kind of, like I said, they take place for the video game stuff. So it's like, especially the novel, because the novel kind of goes along when Dante is kind of going by one of his misnomers, Tony Redgrave, which is one of the names he kind of goes by when he, along with Anthony, when he is still kind of hiding from his past as Dante, the son of Sparta. And this novel kind of goes into like when he's doing all the bits all the different jobs and stuff when he's hiding from all that, and even all the devils and stuff. In fact, it's kind of like in the novel that we kind of get the whole story of how he gets his twin pistols of ebony and ivory. Because if you've ever paid close attention to like any of the lore and stuff in the games on ebony and ivory, it is like specifically stated that on ebony and ivory there's like writing on them that says made for Tony Redgrave by such and such shop. Now, the novel kind of goes into detail like how that happened, because Dante went by that name when he was still like hiding from all of this stuff because of something that happened in his past, because of all the devil stuff, because of being the son of Sparta. And towards the end of the novel, he kind of starts getting back, reclaiming his being the son of Sparta and stuff. It just, you kind of remember with what happened to him, it kind of really did fuck him up. There is also a manga version of all the stuff. It's just, I unfortunately do not have any of the manga. So if you want to read that, you have to go and look it up online. Now, the anime, which I got lucky and found this at a movie trading company for a reasonable price. Like I said, it still kind of is following the whole, before the whole video game stuff kind of goes into play. But he's still got the whole shop set up, the whole Devil May Cry, and he's still going, but he's got the shop set up, and yeah, it's the Dante we all know and love. Constantly can't I'm sorry, stumbling there. Can't keep any money because he's got all his debts and stuff. And pretty much every job he takes, devils have got to come into the picture for one reason or another. It was a really good anime. It's on the shorter side. At like, how many episodes was it again? It's like 12, 13. So it won't take you that long to finish it if you pick up a copy for yourself or if you go online and watch it, and the opening and ending sequences are really good, and along with their song choices, and the animation is nice. I mean, even you can just tell from the box art, like, cause I mean, yes, I know this is Saver copy, but it's like you can tell just from like this, from the packaging for like, because this is like Dante on the cover. You can just tell like from this pic of him on the front, like, it's gonna be good animation. And the story itself is just like good, because like I said, it's like, it does kind of all coalesce together, because it's like into one big thing. So that kind of does lead in, if I remember right, because it's been a while since I've watched the DVD, so forgive me. That kind of does lead into the video game stuff, if I remember right. But in fact, it actually does have Lady and Tish show up in an episode. And they're just like having a constant little fight with each other. That it's kind of actually pretty funny. But it's kind of like, if you did not know about this before and you're a big fan of the Devil May Cry video game franchise, I would recommend watching this, because you'll get a big laugh out of watching this, because it does kind of stay true. Because like I said, from what, after all, like I said, Tony, from constantly dealing with the novel, Dante, like I said, Dante is pretty much constantly having to try and take jobs just to keep money, because his money is constantly going out the door because he has some kind of debt. And then from the episode when Tish and Lady are involved, it's hilarious because he's going, why do I have to frickin' deal with these two? And like I said, the story does kind of coalesce into, even though the episodes are kind of just, they seem just one-off stories by themselves, it does kind of end up being, towards the end, it does kind of coalesce into one big thing for the whole series. So they did play it kind of well that way, considering how the Devil May Cry series franchise does work. So I kind of have to give them kudos for that. And like I said, the animation is good. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever seen this series, but if anything, I would have to compare it to, and God, I hope I get this name right. The series name is called Gungrave, if I remember right. I think the animation kind of reminds me of that series a little bit. I'm not going to go into that series right now, because this is all about Devil May Cry. But it kind of reminds me of the animation for that series right there. At least in regards to, like, when it comes to, like, time for all the bullet blitzing and all that. They don't, for all the different devils, unless it's like something, we don't really see like any of the big devils that we see like from the series. So it's like we don't see any of the ones that, like, if we're in the video games, like the ones, like, we don't see any of the Reapers or anything that we're like so used to, like, if we're in the game, we're like so used to like hacking and slashing them, because obviously that would take too much time to try and draw for an animated series. So it's like easy stuff to draw, and it's like, but it's like we see just stuff that's easy to come up with and it's gonna be obviously one-off devils for the series. But like I said, for the series, it works. For the animated series, it works, because after all, you can't obviously use something that's going to be used in the games, because then you're going to be like, what the heck? And you kind of got to give them a little bit of a break for not having to draw like some of the heavily detailed cannon fodder characters from the games, because even I can admit some of those guys would, even if you made them like really even when you go from like 2D to 3D or something, sometimes those guys don't translate well. So that's understandable. Knowing what I do about the whole series entirely, I would definitely give this series a 9.5. I can't give it a solid 10 because since I am a fan of the series, even if I haven't been able to like consistently play any of the games, I don't want to be like too fanboy or fangirlish and give it that perfect 10. But at the same time, I can't be like too low on the scale and be like, eh. Oh, but no little kids watching, because honestly, I mean, yeah, if you are game players of the series, if you are people who play the games and you understand, they may have made this into an animated series, but it's still TVMA, so no little kids unless you're absolutely sure they can handle it. So, yeah. Albion said, as you know, Albion is pretty much doing that whole Yakuza playthrough. He's pretty much getting to the point where he might be on 6 soon. He did say, depending on how things go, he might stream 6. So he might be doing that soon. Fingers crossed. He also kind of went through his whole little game library, and there are a few games he might be streaming too. So we are kind of working on that. So again, this whole corona, we're sorry, it's just the whole corona stuff has screwed us up, because even though things are kind of starting, I mean, we're sorry, it's like things went down, then jumped back up because of, I hate to say it, people being idiots and not wearing the masks and taking proper precautions. I mean, even on, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like, just wear them. And don't be upset when, I mean, in the area where me and Albion live, we've been given an ordinance to wear masks, and it's like, we can't go into stores unless we're wearing masks. But we've actually, and like on news channels and stuff, people have like thrown fits and stuff in like grocery stores and gas stations because, oh, you're not wearing a mask, so we can't sell to you. And they get so upset at the cashiers and stuff because they're like, I'm sorry, I can't do business with you because you're not wearing a mask. And it's like, they get pissed off at those people, and I'm like, it's just a bunch of stupid. It's like, they're doing their job. You're the one who didn't pay attention to the signs and stuff. Or, there's a mask right there, buy it along with whatever you're buying, and just wear it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that little rant, but I'm sorry, it's like, people are just being idiots. On that note, I know I haven't done this for the last few videos, but for people who have family members who are working in hospitals, or first responders, or police officers and are having to deal with all this stuff. A heart goes out to you guys, because I know you don't know if your family members are going to be coming home safe and sound again. Because again, with the way the numbers are going, we still kind of don't know if all this stuff is going to be resolved soon, and I feel for you guys. Like I said, you don't know if your family members are going to be coming home safe because of all this stuff, and your family members are pretty much on the front lines with all this crap. Especially when we have, like I said, the idiots who are not wearing the masks. Well, like I said, Albion will hopefully be doing some streams soon. I've got some games that I'm going to play. I don't know if I'm going to be doing binge plays again, like I did with Paper Mario. But then again, the games I've got to play are ones that are going to take forever. So any games I do play, they're probably more than likely going to be first impressions. Okay? But some of these games are ones that have been out for a while, but I'll try to get you guys some reviews out, and maybe some more reviews like these on animes and stuff if you guys like them. Heck, I pretty much have all the Hayao Miyazaki movies. Studio Ghibli. Might give you guys some reviews on those, because I know because after all, who doesn't like Studio Ghibli? Well, I know probably a few people, but it's basically Disney's Japan. Japanese Disney. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Disney's Japan. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, Studio Ghibli is kind of Japanese Disney, basically. In a way. And honestly, some of his movies we have not heard from in a while, so it probably would be nice to get them back out there in a circuit. Make people go, oh yeah, he did do that movie. Well, anyway, hopefully I kind of got you guys going, they really did do an anime for Devil May Cry? Okay. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.